Welcome to Yoga Bites. Let's have a quick stretch. We're going to need either a strap, a belt, a towel will work, or a scarf, something that you can stretch your legs with, and then also a blanket or a bath towel works. So why don't you pause me, go grab those things, and then we're gonna start on our backs. So you're going to lie down and hug the right knee into the chest. Send your left leg long, so extending, left leg hugging, right knee in. And let's take a few circles with the right leg. Just out to the side, forward, and then pull it in. And then go the other way. And if it's too much having your left leg straight, you can bend your knee and put your left foot flat. So then we're going to find our band, towel, strap, whatever, and put it on the right foot and send your right leg straight up. It doesn't go vertical, just have it out, but try to straighten it as best as you can. Wind the strap around the hands so that your shoulders and arms can relax. And just take a few breaths, breathing into the back of the right leg, so the hamstrings muscles. Flex or point your right foot, spread your toes out, so we're activating the quadriceps, the front of the thigh, to release the hamstrings, the back of the thigh. Keep your head relaxed. You might even put that towel or blanket underneath your head. If your neck needs some support, I would recommend that. If you feel like your chin is up, put a blanket under your head so the chin can be pretty level with the forehead. Take another full breath here. Relax as much as you can through the shoulders and the arms. And then move the heel in and the toes out. This is external rotation. It's happening from the thigh bone. So the heel moves in, toes move out, and then the strap goes in the left hand. Move the leg toward the left, ever so slightly. We're not going into a big full twist. We're just moving it toward the left a little bit. And then the right hand presses the right thigh away. So we're kind of giving some space to the right hip socket. You'll feel the IT band have probably some strong sensation here, the outside of the right leg. Take a breath, try to relax into it. Spread the toes, reach through the right heel, and dig your left heel down to the floor. So find an anchor on the left side. Last breath here. Inhale, bring your leg back up to center. Switch hands with your strap. So the right hand takes the strap, open the leg out to the right. Left knee might bend and place the left foot down if you feel like you need a little more stability on the left side. And then relax through the chest, the jaw, the throat, the eyes. Notice if you're tensing up your body in order to stretch. We don't want that. Take another breath here. And then guide your way back. Take the strap into both hands, bring your leg back up. And then bend your right knee into your chest. Give it a little squeeze. We're gonna go for the figure 4 stretch, just straight from here. So the right ankle comes on top of the left thigh. Right ankle to left thigh. Then your hands will lace at the back of your left leg on your shin, hamstrings, or you're gonna just weave that strap through the opening so that it's behind the left thigh bone and you can pull the left thigh in toward you as you move your right thigh away from you. So it looks like this. I'll show you a different angle. This is figure 4 stretch, also known as pigeon. And you're trying to relax again your shoulders. We're getting an opening in the right side, outer hip, glutes, piriformis muscle group. You can circle the left ankle around a little bit. Take another full round of breath. And then from here, we're gonna unravel that. Hug the right knee back into the chest, kind of exactly how we started. Left leg goes long. We'll now take the full twist. So let's put the right foot down, send your hips over to the right just a little bit, and then take that bent right knee over to the left side of your mat. Let the right arm go out to the side. See if you can get your right shoulder blade down onto the floor. Left hand presses the right thigh away. And then maybe you're looking up or turn the head to the right if the neck feels okay. So let's draw the abdominals in, reach through the left toes, find length through the right side body. And then bring the head back to center if you turned your head, roll onto your back, bend both knees and squeeze them into the chest and take a rock side to side. Now that was one side, we're gonna do that to the other side to find some balance. So we start with left knee hugging in, right leg straight out in front of you. And take a few circles here. So left knee circling around, the thigh bone is circling around in the hip socket. You can think of this as kind of lubricating the joint. Move it the other way. Breathing as we do this. So the breath really is going to help us get open, more open. And let's take the strap, the band, the towel, the scarf, whatever you have at home. Extend your left leg out or up as far as you can. Right knee can bend or stay straight, up to you. And then find a grip on your strap. I like to wind it around my hands so my arms can kind of just dangle from the leg, and then spread the toes. So that activates the quads, so we can release the hamstrings. Breathing deeply, active through the foot, through both feet really. So you're trying to ground the right foot down and spread the left toes. And then relax through the shoulders. Notice if you're making any expression on the face. Try to stay nice and easy up through the upper body as we're opening up the lower body. Take another breath here. And then we'll take the strap into the right hand. Rotate your thigh externally. So the heel moves in and the toes move out. It looks like we're rotating the thigh bone. So the foot, heel turns in, toes out. Then strap is gonna take the leg toward the right, just a little bit until you're feeling the IT band sensation. So then left hand can press left thigh bone forward. Keep reaching through the heel, spreading the toes, anchoring the right heel down, relaxing the shoulders. Looks like we're not doing a whole lot, but we actually are. A lot of things to think about here. And then find some ease where you can. Last breath here. And then leg goes back to center on the in-breath. Switch hands. Exhale your leg out to the left as much as you would like. We want to try to keep that right hip down. So we're not going to go so far as to where my right hip is coming up off the floor. Find that happy medium where we're getting this opening in the left hip. You might drop your left elbow down to the floor, or maybe the right hand is holding on to the strap too. Kind of a neutral pelvis here. Take another breath. And just being patient with the stretches. Every time we do this video, every time we come back to our stretches, we change our tissues, we change our body. Bring it back to center as you inhale. So it takes time, just being patient with it. Strap comes off the foot, we're gonna bend into the figure four. So the left ankle is gonna rest on the right thigh bone. So it looks like this. And you might take your strap and loop it behind the right thigh bone. So you're got the hamstrings and you have the thigh bone, you're pulling it in toward you. We're trying to send the left knee away. Flexing the foot is helpful, and then circling the right ankle. And if you're not using your strap, you could just interlace your hands behind the right leg. And I like to kind of rock side to side a little bit. It just feels good. Try to take your tailbone down to the floor. See how that changes the sensation in the hips. Take another breath. This is one of those postures that helps to release into the hips and kind of that low back area. You should do this one every day if you can. And then release. The right leg goes long, the left knee hugs in like we started. Put your left foot down to move your hips to the left just a little bit for that spinal twist. So the left knee moves to the right. It's helpful to use the exhale to twist. And then take your left shoulder, try to draw it down. Left arm out. Right hand presses the left thigh forward. So we're long from the left hip to the left armpit. The ribs are drawing in, and you can turn your head if the neck is up for it today. Reach through the right toes toward the front of your mat. So it's an active twist. We're releasing the muscles along the spine. Take a breath. And then bring the head back to center first. Roll your way back. Bend both knees into the chest. Rock a little bit side to side. Now we're balanced out. We're gonna roll over to the side and then use your hand to support you. Press your hand down, inhale to come up. Nice. And then we're gonna take our towel and sit on it. So when we sit on a towel, we wanna sit right on the fold. The sit bones sit on the edge of the fold. You might have to fold it a couple times if your low back and your hamstrings are kind of tight, so that my hips are lifted up, my thigh bones can drop down. And then let's take the legs out to the sides. We'll turn and face you. Legs go out to the sides. And we're gonna take circles with the feet, with the ankles. So I'm gonna back up a little bit. Circles with the ankles. Take your hands behind you. Press your hands down to try to lengthen your spine as much as you can. And then we're gonna take our hands forward. Feel like the pelvis is tilting forward a little bit, and that's gonna open up the inner thighs, the inner hips, and then just walk out maybe one more handprint. And this could be all today. Feet are flexed or pointed or relaxed. I like to flex them here. And just go out to your edge, maybe one more time going forward. Big full breath. Be patient with yourself as you open. Then we're gonna back out of it. Use your hands, press the ground away. Take your hands to your knees, bring them together. We'll just do one more. Feet together, sitting up tall, sit bones on the blanket, spine is tall. Inhale, exhale, bring the heart forward, and then just go as far as you want to go. You might be feeling this different areas in the hips, the outer hips. And then a version of this pose, you can come back up, slide your feet forward more. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, bring the heart forward again. So this one's a little bit more on the outer, the IT bands. If you feel like you're not getting much out of sitting on the blanket, that's fine. But if you're kind of new to yoga, I would recommend having the blanket because it sets up this length, sets up the pelvis. It's more neutral, length through the spine so that we can have a flatter back as we come forward. So we're not rounded and the hip points moving back and rounded forward. So long spine to go into the forward bends. And then let's come on up and shake your legs out in front of you. And we're gonna be done today. Thanks for joining me. Namaste.